Okay, consider this video or take this video to be a kind of supplemental lecture as a general introduction to ethics, and in line with the general question or the meta-ethical question about whether morality exists or not. We've been using Nietzsche, and we will be using Nietzsche to discern this, the answer to this question. Nietzsche doesn't think there is anything like ethics. He thinks an aesthetic judgment is the same as a moral judgment. That is, a judgment of taste is the same as an ethical judgment. So Nietzsche would say, I like my coffee black, and I like vanilla ice cream to be the same as people shouldn't be sexist, or all sexism is wrong. Nietzsche wouldn't see a distinction between those two things. But the irony of this is that something strange is going on in our culture right now. We live in a hyper-moral world, a hyper-moral culture. That is, everything has moral weight to it. I'm sure you recognize this, that if you say something or post something online, people will be judging. If you have a political affiliation and you say something online that might hint toward affiliation, or if on Instagram or something like this, you like a video and people see that you like it, they'll go, "Ooh, I can't believe you thought that." They're policing, or we're constantly judging everything by this moral judgment. And a moral judgment, this is the strange thing, a moral judgment is something that purports to be universal and obligatory. Universal and necessary, or universality and necessity is how it's typically understood. Universal just means applies to everyone, and necessary or necessity just means we're obligated to believe it. So, for example, if I say all sexism is wrong, or racism is wrong, I'm saying I don't feel that racism is wrong. I not only feel that it's wrong, I believe everyone is obligated not to be racist. And I think it's wrong for everybody. Or if I say sexism is wrong, I'm not only saying that I feel sexism is wrong. I'm saying I think everyone ought not to be sexist, and they're obliged not to be. But the irony here is that I'm not sure if you ask people to reflect philosophically on these questions, that they would say anything other than ethics is just a matter of opinion, or that morality is just like sentiment, or morality is just like taste. Maybe they wouldn't say that after I put it this way. But I want you to think about this, the irony of this, that we live in a hyper-moral world where morality is so much in our face. I remember 10 years ago, I'm 43 years old, 10, 15 years ago, most morality was mainly private. Ethics was seen as a kind of private affair. And people wouldn't judge other people. They really wouldn't engage in political or religious talk. Now, that's all people engage in constantly. That's all social media is to a certain degree. But think about that when you're thinking about this question about whether morality is the same as taste or preference, and the question of whether there's an objective morality. I would venture to guess that most of you, if not all of you, believe in objective morality, and believe that people who have differing opinions of you don't just feel differently, that they're actually wrong. I mean, I would hope, for example, if you believe, which I hope you do, that all sexism and all racism is wrong, that you think that racist and sexist are wrong, and objectively so. It's not just a matter of opinion. Well, in the course, hopefully we're going to try to figure out if and how and why we can say that those claims are right or those claims are wrong, why we can make objective moral claims. Okay, just something to think about.